A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
I'm Shiklin.
And we are back with more about teppanyaki cooks.
Oh yeah, teppanyaki
What do you mean? What do you mean? You like teppanyaki? Yay, teppanyaki cooks. Woo. Best topic ever. Now we have a warm-up question before we get back to our interview with the teppanyaki cook who's telling us all about his job. Here's our question, and I think for you this is a good one. I think I know the answer. Would you like to, well, no, maybe I don't. Would you like to do your job in front of other people or alone? Now we know one of the things you didn't really like about eating teppanyaki style is that the cook is watching you. You're eating in front of the cook.
Right.
So I imagine being on the other side of the hot plate and cooking for everyone. Would that be okay? Is it because you're eating and you have to show how much you like the food?
I think that would be better, like if I'm the one doing the job.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people don't necessarily want someone just staring at them as they eat.
Yeah.
Right? But on the other hand, you do like to perform in front of other people.
Oh, yeah.
You sing. That's your job, and you do that in front of other people.
If you're singing alone, that's even a sadder story.
Oh, why?
Because that means you don't have any audience. So
well, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
But if I'm writing a song, if I'm recording, like I never, you see, if we go to a studio and then if the producer can see me, I always ask the staff member to cover up all the windows because I don't want the producer to see me when I'm singing.
When it's just one person watching you,
no, I can't.
It's hard, absolutely.
When I'm so immersed in my music, I have to be alone, so nobody can see me.
Okay, so that just kind of helps you avoid being distracted, having your attention taken from by something else.
But some singers like to be seen.
Sure, absolutely. And some singers and performers love their job, but they also have a great fear of going out in front of people, you know? So everyone's a little bit different. I guess it kind of depends how people are watching you. You know, if it's a job you expect them to watch you, then it would be okay. But if it's just, one person just staring at you as you're doing your job, that would be a little bit weird. What about you guys? Do you want to be the center of attention, or would you like to kind of sing in your corner and have everyone just be over there and not bother you? Have a chat about that, and maybe if the second answer is your answer, don't be a teppanyaki cook. Unless, I guess you could do it at home and just deliver the food.
Yeah.
Right, but in the normal teppanyaki restaurant, we expect to see the chef and watch them do their job, right?
A day in the life of a teppanyaki cook. Warm-up question. Would you like to do your job in front of other people or alone? Why?
What's difficult about your job?
We have to cook in front of our customers. They taste the food right away. So we only have one chance to make the food delicious and great.
All right, so let's get back into our interview with Dan, the teppanyaki cook. The next question is a good one. What's difficult about your job? Now, you might think, well, cooking, it's not that hard, but you would, maybe get burned sometimes. I know that cooks often have to experience that, but there might be other things. So, what's difficult about being a teppanyaki cook?
I think standing too long.
Standing a long time.
Always feeling sore all over.
Sore back. You could probably get a sore back. That's true.
And maybe,
that's true.
Maybe sore arms as well.
Sore arms.
They keep cooking.
Long hours.
What do you think? What's difficult about your job?
What's difficult about my job? Let's see. What's difficult? I guess staying healthy can be kind of difficult, right? If you're using your voice, either singing or talking, you have to kind of be aware of people having colds and stuff like that.
That's true.
And you realize that, maybe if you I don't know, go out with your friends to a karaoke on the weekend, then Monday morning you might kind of sound like that. And if you're working on your computer, it's not a big deal. But other times you can have customers who are like, your voice sounds terrible, we can't do this job, or something like that. Yeah. So I think for a lot of things, staying healthy, for a lot of people, a lot of jobs, staying healthy is important. But when you're using your body, either your voice or your muscles or things like you said with a cook, it can have extra pressure on your body. Back to the interview. Alan, not Dan. Alan, the teppanyaki cook, says, we have to cook in front of our customers. That is the same answer.
Don't look at me.
That you would get. Exactly. So here's a question. Why do you get nervous when people watch you cook? Or do you get nervous when people watch you cook?
I don't, because I don't know how to cook, so I don't care.
What do you mean? You do know how to cook.
I cook easy foods.
Okay.
Do you?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would enjoy it because I would just be afraid of making a mistake.
Right.
And I would also be afraid of, wanting to talk to my friend, getting distracted and, cutting my fingers off.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Or something like that. So I think cooking is one of those things.
It's true.
Like if someone's driving in a rainstorm, you don't want to bother them. You want to just let them focus. Because there is, the possibility of an accident.
Right.
But if it was my job, if I was a teppanyaki cook, if I'd been doing it for many years,
I think you're used to it.
I guess, you'd probably get used to it.
Like you don't get nervous when you're performing because you're used to it, right?
Well, that's true, but sometimes you do. Anyway, so what does it say? They taste the food right away. This is one of the other pressure parts of the job, of Alan's job. That's the customers, taste the food right away. So we only have one chance to make the food delicious and great. Okay. That's actually a good point.
Right, but
Go ahead.
Wouldn't you get nervous like when you're watching them eat? Because you're like, oh, what's that face? Maybe my food doesn't taste okay.
Well, exactly. And, in most kitchens, right, the food's in the back. The cook makes it, they put it out there, and then someone else kind of looks at it and makes sure it looks right. Yeah. They can fix it or even make another one if it's not quite right. But with teppanyaki, you watch the guy make it, and then he puts it on your plate. And so there is some pressure there. You don't want the customer to bite into the food and go, ugh, what's wrong with this? So there is actually probably a little bit of pressure. There's nowhere to hide at the teppanyaki table. That's probably a very true point.
Do you like your job? Why?
I enjoy seeing customers' reactions. When they taste the food, I can see their reactions from their faces. If they don't like it, they might never come back. But if they do, they could come back and ask me to serve them. This makes me proud.
What advice would you give to future teppanyaki cooks?
Teamwork is important because we always help each other. Also, you'll have long working hours. If you can persevere, you can make it.
All right, back to another question for Alan. Do you like your job and why? I guess he's probably been doing it for a while, but specifically, why do you like your job? And let's check out his answer. Alan says, I enjoy seeing customers' reactions. When they taste the food, I can see their reactions from their faces. And hopefully, most of them or all of them are positive and happy reactions, not angry and sad reactions.
I know, because like if you're performing and then you see one of the people down there doing this, and you're like...
Doing what? Oh, yeah, no, that's like, not good. Oh,
did I play something wrong or did
terrible.
I do something wrong?
Yeah, no, you don't want to see that. But when you see them kind of look at each other and smile and maybe even stand up and start dancing, that's the best feeling.
Yeah.
All right, back to the article. And Alan also adds, talking about the reactions, if they don't like it, they might never come back. Absolutely. Okay. And these days, they might leave a bad review on your Facebook page.
Okay, I have to apologize to the chef that teppanyaki restaurant that I went to 5 years ago because I never went back. But the reason why I didn't go back wasn't because that the food wasn't great. Okay. It was just because I don't like being watched.
You don't like being watched?
Yeah,
okay, but did you get takeaway from the restaurant? Did you order the food and get it delivered?
Hey, maybe one time through Uber Eats, I think.
Okay.
Maybe like around 3 years ago.
You might want to go back. There might be a chef there whose heart is broken who's like, oh, that pretty girl used to come in and she does it because of my terrible
I'll go back
chicken.
today. I'll go back today after we film. Okay, I'll go back today.
You should
after
go back.
we film. Okay.
And yeah, absolutely. Okay. And they'll probably have no idea who you are. All right, but if they do, they could come back and ask me to serve them. If they like the food, that will create a repeat customer, a customer who comes back and might even say, can we sit at that guy's table? We like that cook. He's the best. And of course, if someone shows such approval and positive feelings about your work, as he says, this makes me proud. He goes, good job, me. I'm a really good teppanyaki cook. And clearly he is.
A sense of achievement.
Yes, there you go. And that's a nice thing, especially when it's your job, right? Now, here's another good question. What advice would you give to future teppanyaki cooks? The teppanyaki cooks of the future, assuming they're not going to be robots.
Okay.
I guess they could.
Oh my gosh.
They probably could be robots.
Okay,
and
robot
I bet
cooks.
you in Japan there's a robot teppanyaki restaurant somewhere. But for human teppanyaki cooks of the future, what are some important lessons? Here's a good one. Teamwork is important because we always help each other. That's true for many jobs. We already talked about the different teams in a kitchen. And of course, many companies, many offices, many types of work have the workers in teams. And teamwork, working well together as a team, is super important. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course, because everybody's good at different things.
Yeah.
So if we can combine all of them, it's perfect.
Absolutely. Everyone has their role, their responsibility, and if we all do it and look out for each other, we will all have success and hopefully a good time too. Back to the article. Also, he adds, and we mentioned this, you'll have long working hours. Yeah, working as a cook in almost any restaurant can be a long day. Often they have a break in the middle too, right? You don't maybe have time to go home. You have 2 to 4 hours in the middle of the day, so you can begin and end early. So these are what we mean by long working hours. But he says, if you can persevere, you can make it. To persevere is sort of to be determined, to be focused on your success, and even when difficulties come, you just go, let's keep going. And yes, if you do work hard.
The noun, perseverance. Perseverance.
That's another good one.
Yeah, 就是一个毅力的意思哦。
Exactly right. So it's very true. Teppanyaki chefs, singers, no matter what you do, teamwork and perseverance are some big keys for success.
Right, so right now let's go to the next cut to take a look at all of the words.
I'm going to have teppanyaki.
Customer 就是顾客或客户的意思，所以通常如果一个人很常去一个店呢，我们就可以叫他是 regular customer。那我们口语呢当名词，我们直接讲 regular 也是 OK 哦。那如果是奥客呢，英文就是 difficult customer。好，比如说 she's used to dealing with difficult customers。那我们再看另外一个句子 This coffee shop is very popular, so there are many customers every day. 这间咖啡厅超受欢迎的，所以每天呢都非常多的客人哦。那么 serve 就是有提供的意思，因为这个 teppanyaki cook 只要看到哇大家这么喜欢他的东西，他就会觉得给大家上饮料上菜，他是很开心的一件事情。那么这个字呢，在文章中是上菜嘛，可是在 serve 我们其他意思也有，像是为某一个工作服务很久，或者是在军队里面服役，都是可以使用这个字。比如说He served in the army for 18 years. 他在军队服役了18年哦。所以当名词的话就是 service， 除了当服务以外，也有服役的意思。所以在餐厅的服务员就是给我们点菜上餐的人，也叫做 server。比如说 Our server told us about today's specials。那么另外一个单字，我们这边是上菜或者是卖提供的意思。This restaurant didn't serve salad, so I went to another restaurant. 这间餐厅没有沙拉，所以我就到另外一间了。那么另外呢，有什么样的建议要给未来的 teppanyaki cooks 呢？这个建议就是 advice， 这边是名词哦，是不可数的哦。但是我们可以说 some advice， 比如说 she needs some advice on what to wear。我们要给她一点建议，她不知道穿什么。那它的动词呢，我们只要把 c 拿掉，就会变成 advise， 它就是建议的意思。那我们常就会说 to advise someone to do something， 去建议某个人做什么事情。比如说 the doctor advised him to eat more healthily。 那么另外一个句子是 Mom gave me some advice about the best way to clean my room. 妈妈给我一些可以有效清理我房间的建议。所以很多工作其实是工时很长。我们可以说 long working hours。那么 long 这个字呢，如果花很久，我们常会说it will take long to do something。或者是会不会花很多时间啊 ？Will it take long？ 会花很久吗？或者是 How long will it take to get there by bus？ 如果搭公车到那边是要多久呢？那么另外呢，我们来看这个句子，这边也是指很长时间的意思。This park is great. I want to stay here for a long time. 这个公园太棒了，我想要一直待在这边。那我们文章中是不是有看到 right away？ 其实 right away 它就是等于 immediately 或者是 right now。比如说 pour the sauce over the pasta and serve immediately， 代表说呢，你赶快把酱汁淋上去，赶快上菜吧。所以这边是今天所有的单字 ，Don't forget to review all of them。那现在我们赶快进到 review time activity。
Review time.
All right, we have just enough time to do a little word review of our 4 new words from today. Remember those words: customer, serve, advice, and long. All right, are you ready to play a little game?
Yeah.
Don't be nervous. It's going to be fine. You're great at these. All right, so we're going to do a fill-in-the-blanks game. I will make up 4 silly little sentences, and you will try to figure out which word from our list is the correct word to complete that little sentence.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, now you know a lot, so I always come to you for blank.
Oh, you always come to me for advice.
I do. And your advice is always very good.
Good to know.
And I learn a lot from it. Let's see, another sentence. Last weekend I binged watched a very blank new TV series.
What was it?
It was 24 episodes.
24 episodes.
Yes.
Okay, so it was a long one.
It was a long TV series. It took hours and hours and hours. Yes, absolutely right. And let's see another sentence I can make for you. I'll try to double up on this one.
Okay.
If you are a blank, you will go to a restaurant and a waiter or waitress will blank you.
Oh, blank
If you are a blank, you will go to a restaurant and a waiter or waitress will blank you.
If I'm a customer, I'll go to a restaurant and the waiter or the waitress will serve me.
That's right, serve you. In fact, we've often more and more use the word serve as server, the noun. That's so we don't have to say waiter or waitress, the server, the serving person. There you go. That's what they do. They serve you. Well done. You see, 1,000% you got them all right.
Yay,
that was not too bad. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to have more good stuff for you soon, so don't go too far. And if you do, remember to come back here.
Be a teppanyaki cook.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, great. Bye.
Magic Box.
Hello, everyone. 没错，史上最美、最邪恶的女王黑魔女又来了。怎么看到我又害怕了是吗？ It's very normal that you might be scared when you see me. 哎呀，刚一不小心呢，就把一位路人给吓哭了呢。不晓得是因为我太凶、太可怕而吓到，还是说因为我的美貌而被我美哭了呢？ I think my beauty may be the reason that you were scared. 刚刚相信你们都有注意听到黑魔女在句子里用到了 may 以及 might 这2个字。聪明的你可能想说，两个不是都是可能的意思吗？不过到底差在哪里啊？黑魔女用读心术，就能听到你们各位心中好多个小问号了。May、might 确实都有表示可能、也许的意思，不过差别呢就在于 may 比 might 含有更大的可能性哦。It's very normal that you might be scared when you see me. 是啊，看到我你可能会感到害怕，这是很正常的。别担心 ，You're not the only one, OK？ 绝对不是只有你的。这边句中呢用到的 might 代表有一 点点的可能性啦。相对的 ，It's very normal that you may be scared when you see me。如果同一句话呢，我把 might 换成 may， 就表示我认为大家看到我会感到怕怕的可能性是非常大的。那另外一个例子就是我一开始说到的 ，I think my beauty may be the reason that you're scared。当然，我觉得你们应该都是被我的美貌给吓到的，这是非常非常有可能的哦。那另外要提醒大家的是，有没有发现我在 may 这两个字后面放的是什么动词呢？ That's right， 没有错，就是你说的原形动词啦 ，may be、might be。再举个例子好了 ，I might attend Sleeping Beauty's birthday party if she invites me。如果睡美人邀请我去她的生日派对，好啦，我可能勉强的一点点可能会去参加吧。你可以看到我用 attend 参加就是个原形动词哦。拜托，我可是很忙大忙人要找我的话，请排队 OK。哼。